Alright guys, I got a really boring job going on right now. So while I'm working, I want to pick your brain about some skid steers. Hopefully some of you guys out there got some good information for me. Alright, so here's what's up. As most of you guys know by now, I do not own a skid steer. I have nothing against skid steers. They're just not my favorite piece of equipment to run. And up until recently, I just been able to do without them, I guess. I just didn't really have a need for one. I was able to get by without it between the dozer and the 110 and the traco. I was pretty much able to cover my needs of what I need to do. My biggest gripe about them is, for me, they're just not a comfortable machine to ride or drive or operate. I don't like climbing up over the front, falling back in the seat. And then you kind of feel like you're down the hole, you know, you like running a tank. And then I don't care, Caterpillar is the worst, but I don't care what skid steer you run. It seems like visibility is awesome to the cutting edge of the bucket, but it is absolute crap everywhere else. So, with all that being said, I'm probably going to have to break down and get me a skid steer, I guess. Now, I've been looking at a couple different kinds. I know everybody's got their beefs with the JCBs or the Volvos. I guess I should specify one thing. I'm not going to buy a new one. I'm going to buy a used one. I'm hoping to find something with just under, at least no more than 3,000 hours on it. I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on my first one until I get one, see how much I'm going to use it, see what I like about it and don't like about it. And then if I see the need for a nicer, newer one, at that point I'll spend the money for a new one. So, I'm going to buy something used. I'd like to have something with under 3,000 hours on it. And the JCBs and the Volvos really intrigue me because I like the side entry door. I think that's an ingenious feature on those that is way overlooked. Everybody wants to be quick to point out that, oh my goodness, that one arm is going to twist, the bucket's going to warp, all this crazy stuff. I've done a bunch of research on these things, and I have found if you want to talk about any brand that has problems with booms warping, it's Bobcat. You can see Bobcat, you don't have to search very hard at all to find a Bobcat for sale with a twisted boom on it. I found one JCB with a twisted boom on it, and it was in a wreck. It fell off a trailer. If you talk to anybody who runs one, they act like the boom is just not an issue at all. I personally think that is a pretty clever design. One, you get the side entry. Two, you got less moving parts. And the boom is not all the way off to one side. It's like 1/3, so it's not like it's the same setup as a telehandler. Everybody thinks the telehandler is an ingenious design. And yeah, maybe the telehandler boom is right in the middle, but you got a bigger bucket on it, so you got equal twisting power either way. It don't matter if it's in the middle of what you're doing. If your bucket's longer off to one side, you still got the equal twist on the boom, and they got smaller booms on them than what half those Volvos or JCBs do. So, anyways, I was pretty dead set that I was going to get me a JCB or a Volvo. Actually, I even had one picked out, and trying to be smart about my decision, doing as much research as I can as far as the good, bad, and the ugly in all of them. And I come across one feature they have that really concerned me. Is it seems like their biggest downfall tends to be electrical gremlins. And it seems like a lot of these electrical gremlins all go back to a single design issue which is the ECU, the control unit for the machine, is in the belly pan. Now, whoever designed the side entry door, and the one arm, I personally think is a genius. Whoever decided it was going to be a good idea to put the computer in the belly pan is an absolute idiot. So, as much as I really want one of those machines, as much as I really like that design, I've decided that's going to be an issue one day, whether I want it to be or not. And I'm not. It's a piece of equipment. Even if I operate it every day, I know how this thing's going to get used. It's going to be in the mud at some point. Good chance it may even be in the water at some point. Everything. I mean, you've seen me take belly pans off stuff. Everything gathers in the belly pan. I mean, it's just, I don't know. If anybody out there's got any ideas or thoughts about that, or wants to call me an idiot for thinking the other guy's an idiot, that's fine too. I'm all right with that. So, with that being said, I've been looking at other brands. I really like the Takakuchis, especially the older ones that I can afford. What I like about those is they're just extremely simple, basic machines with the good components. You know, most of them, depending on the year or the model, but most of them got Kubota engines, Bosch pumps. They're just simple, and I appreciate simple. I don't need a freaking seat warmer. I just need the heater to work. I don't need 4 windshield wipers. I just need to be able to see out of the dang thing. I mean, I want good basics is all I want. So, I've ran, I guess I should tell you guys, I have limited skid steer experience my entire life. I bet you I've maybe put $200 on a skid steer. Now over those $200, I have ran several different brands. I've ran Gehl, New Holland, Takakuchi, Cat, and John Deere and Bobcat. So I'm a big John Deere fan, but I just don't like the geometry of the boom and the way their vertical lift is set up. Their operator station's just okay. Maybe I'm being a little bit too picky, but they just seem clunky to me. They just seem like a real clunky machine. They're not near as nimble as what some of the other machines are. They just they seem bulky and big and clumsy. I guess clumsy is the best word for them. The Caterpillar, it was a nice machine. It was probably one of the smoother machines that I've been on. But man, it was just the visibility, and it was absolutely horrific. I never measured it. I looked up the specs, and I feel like the operator station in those is like 2 feet narrower than everybody else's. It's just, and the way the boom is built to where you get into the machine, it really kind of narrows up and just funnels you down in there. I mean, you almost got to buy a tow truck to come along with it to pull you out every time you want to get back out of the machine. So, not a big fan of that. Bobcat, oh man, I hate to say this, but I am just not a Bobcat fan. I don't know. I don't like the way they do a lot of things, and I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail about all of it. I think what's burnt me on them some, and I know they've gotten better over the years, is back in the day they could care less about a mechanic. It's just how do we make this thing fit, and they have gotten better about that, but I don't know. Bobcat's just out because it is. I'm buying the machine, and it's not going to be a Bobcat. Sorry, Bobcat fans. All right, so let's see what's next on the list. These rocks like this, I know I'm getting sidetracked here. These rocks like this are always a surprise. You don't know if you're going to end up digging a house or digging out just a rock. We're going to get lucky on this, and it's just going to be a rock. Sometimes these things are the size of a Volkswagen before it's over with. But anyways, back to the skid steer conversation. So next on the list would be Gehl. Limited experience with them. I've looked at a few of them. I got a buddy that's got an older one. It's been a really good machine for him. They remind me a lot of the Takaguchis. They're just kind of simple, to the point, no frills, nothing fancy. Get the job done and go home, which I appreciate. Kind of same. If I found one in my price range I liked, I would definitely consider it. My biggest concern with them has nothing to do with the machine itself, but there's just not a good dealer or parts network, or I don't like to rely on dealers, but if stuff goes bad, it's nice to have a dealer or somebody you know you can count on or call, or get parts for you in a hurry, something like that. New Holland, that's what Chris, the farmer we're working for right now, he's got a New Holland. It's about 6 years old. He absolutely loves it. There's a real small local dealer here that deals with New Holland, and they're like known for having more parts in stock than just about. Oh, you little limb! Why? Hi-ya! Take that. They're known for having pretty much more parts in stock than about anybody, so that's a huge plus. And talking to Chris this morning, he kind of confirmed my thoughts or my concerns with them. Is a lot of the ones that I can afford are still hand-foot control, or I want one that's joystick control, where your one joystick drives it, the other joystick operates the bucket. That's the only way I can run a skid steer. It's just what I'm used to. It's kind of the way my dozer's set up. It's kind of the way the loader operates. I just want something that kind of crosses over. But most of the ones that I can afford are hand-foot control, or whatever you want to call it. And a lot of that, I guess, whenever in the early days, they had some problems with their electronic over hydraulic stuff. And most of the ones that I can afford are some of their trouble machines that are set up like that. They have the option of doing that. So I don't know. I think I'm going to steer away from New Holland just because I can't get the reliable options I want. So this is what I've kind of settled on. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, because I feel about the same about this company as what I do Bobcat, but not quite as strong. Looking at a Kubota, and I'm looking. I guess I should have. Ooh, that don't sound good. We may be here for a while on that one. Yep, that's a big one. One thing that I do want is I want a 12 to 14,000 pound machine. We do a lot of retaining wall work with those 3,500 pound cubes they pour, and I need to be able to, what I really want is a machine big enough to where I can pack them to the track hoe, when I can take the track hoe and set them. Right now the only other machine I have that's big enough is the loader, and it's obviously a little bit awkward to get in some tight places. So if I'm going to get a skid steer, I want one that's big enough to pack those cubes around and do what I need to. So I'm looking at a Kubota SLV 92, which is a track machine, 2-speed. It's not high flow. I really like the cab and the interior on them. I like the roll-up door. I don't like the swing-out door because it's always been the boom in the way. They seem to be pretty roomy inside. They got about as good as visibility as anybody. And a lot of the frill features on other ones pretty much come standard on that one. A lot of the reviews on them, there's not really a whole lot out there on them, which is usually, that tree is gonna fall on my head. Oh no you don't. Oh no you don't. Not today, little tree. Everybody seems to not really have much bad to say about them. I don't know if you guys remember the retaining wall or worked in the rain video. That guy up there was another excavator. There is a campsite there. He had one. I didn't get to run it, but I got to look it over pretty good up there. And I did talk to him about it. He seems to be pretty happy with it. So, found one I can afford. Seems to be a pretty nice, clean machine. It come out of a dealer rental fleet, and I've had pretty good luck buying that stuff before. If it comes out of a dealer rental fleet, it's usually pretty well taken care of. United and Sunbelt don't do a horrible job, but you get these mom and pop rental shops, and you really got to watch. Some of them take good care of their stuff, and some of them are they just run it till it don't go no more, and then they get rid of it. So anyways, that's like I said, I know a lot about a lot of equipment, but skid steers is not one I know a tremendous lot about. So if you guys have any thoughts or suggestions based on everything I just said, I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Comment down below and let me know if I'm thinking right, thinking crazy. If anybody's got one of those machines, let me know how you like it. And I appreciate all the info, guys. I really do. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that video. If you could just take a few seconds to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe button, and tap the bell so you'll catch the next video. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram and dirtperfect1.com.
Thanks for watching. Bye!
See you on the next one.